So first you must enter the VM name and go to folder and select others. Then after that, you can now select the file, and after that you can now sign the username and password, which is Maki, and then the password MakiWin, and then the password okay, you must confirm the password, and then after that you can go to next, and you can specify the virtual hardware using base memory and the number of CPUs. You can adjust the MB on the base memory and the number of CPUs. And then after that you can fill the VM name, which is MacWin. And then you can click the finish button, and then you can now click the restart MacWin. Then and then you'll wait a second. Then you can see that MacWin is running. Then you can see the installing Windows. Then you'll wait a second. Then you'll go to local server and check the Ethernet where is the status, and then the details of the network connection. Then you can see the Ethernet status in the properties. You can click the Internet Protocol version 4 and then click the IP address, then enter the subnet mask, and then the default gateway. Finally, which is 10,022. You can now see, and you can now configure the local server, click the add roles and features, and then you can click the next button, and then next, and then after that, you can click the add features, and then which is the Active Directory domain, and then you can click next. We see now is the AdWords and features. And you can click now the install button, and we can see the starting installation.
So, in this video, I will be doing the Active Directory Domain Services configuration and settings the initial domain parameters. So, um, the user the user accesses Server Manager and clicks the notification to promote this server to a domain controller. After that, the deployment operation, add a new forest, is selected, indicating the creation of a brand new directory environment. And the root name domain is Maki Local. The default forest functional level and domain functional level are accepted in Windows Server. The DNS and global catalog roles are confirmed as mandatory selections. I attempt I attempt to set the directory services restore mode password, and it fails the security check, reporting that the DSRM password did not meet the required password length policy. So I'm re-entering the DSRM password to resolve the verification error and proceed. And after that, um, the wizard displays a warning that the DNS delegation cannot be created. So expected for the first DC in the new forest. So I click the next icon, and the system verifies and accepts the automatically generated NetBIOS name, which appears as Maki. The default file paths for the NTDS database, log files, and sysvol folder are accepted. I The user reviews the summary and the wizard successfully passes the final prerequisites check. I don't know if that's the correct to pronounce that. Um, the the user clicks install and the Active Directory domain services and DNS roles are installed and configured. A notification confirms that the server will automatically restart to finalize the promotion process and complete the role installation. The system forces a log off and initiates the reboot sequence. After the ADDS and DNS are fully installed and operational after the server reboot, the user logs into the server and the logon screen confirms the server is now part of the Maki domain. And the server manager dashboard displays the new ADDS and DNS rules, visually confirming the successful promotion. And the user opens the DNS manager console and verifies the creation of the forward lookup zone for the new domain. The critical SRV records, which clients use to locate domain services, and the host record for the domain controller itself. After I open the Active Directory users and computers, confirming the domain structure Macilocal is visible, and the user opens Active Directory users and computers, confirming the domain structure is visible and accessible for management. For the next step, um, I will be creating an original organizational unit. So the user right clicks the domain root in ADUC and creates a new organizational unit named users. The user right clicks the new user's OU and selects a new user. The user inputs the first name, last name, and the required user logon name. And a password is set for the account. The the user must change password at next logon checkbox is selected for security, forcing the new user to set their own unique password upon first login. The user reviews the details and click finish, and the new test user accounts appears in the user. So in the next one is I will be configuring a client machine to join the Active Directory domain. So the user accesses the local area connection properties on the client machine. So the preferred DNS server address for the client is explicitly changed to the IP address of the newly promoted domain controller. So the next is the user opens the client system properties to change its computer name and membership. The client is configured to be a member of the Maki local domain. The system prompts for the domain credentials. The user provides the username and password for the domain administrator account. After a successful join, a dialog box confirms welcome to the Maki local domain. The client machine requires and initiates a restart to finalize the domain membership. After the restart, the client logon screen is verified. It now allows logging is in using domain credentials, demonstrating a successful domain authentication. And it switches back to the domain controller, and the user opens the Active Directory users and computers consoles. The client machine's name is found listed in the default computer controller container in ADUC, providing the computer object was successfully created during the join process and the client is now a managed member of a Maki local domain. So after that, I will be improving the structure of the Active Directory database by creating a dedicated container for client members, or for client machines. So the user begins in the ADUC console viewing the domain structure, the Maki local one. So the user navigates to the default computer container and sees the client computer object that was joined on the domain in the previous step. And the user right clicks on the domain root Maki local and selects a new organizational unit and the name they name the new OU to clients. And after that, the find the step of moving the client machine objects into the newly created administrative structure. The user returns to the default computer container in ADUC. They right-click on the client computer object and the user selects the Move option from the context menu. A dialog box appears showing the Active Directory structure. The user navigates to and selects the new created client organizational unit under the Maki local root and click OK. The user confirms the move by checking both locations. The computer's default container is now empty. The client's OU now contains the Windows 7 PC object, confirming the object has been successfully relocated. So in the last step, I will be accessing Active Directory users and computers. The user starts in the Active Directory user and computer console, the primary tool for the managing the directory structure. The user clicks on the user's organizational unit that was created earlier and confirm that the test user account is now correctly located within this OU or organizational unit. The user clicks on the clients that was created in the previous step and confirms that the client computer is correctly located within this OU. So the user briefly checks the default user's container and the default computer's container. Both default containers are shown empty of the custom created objects, confirming that the objects were successfully moved into the specific administrative OUs, the user and client. And thank you. Done.
So sa step na ito, ang gagawin natin ay sa Group Policy Management. So Group Policy Management is a tool that allows you to create and deploy policies and settings for the users and computers within your domain. So para ma-open natin yung group policy, taas makikita natin yung tools. Then click natin. Then hanapin natin ang group policy management. Then click natin domain. So dito makikita natin may test local. Kaso nga lang ito napalitan na siya. So Maki local. So click natin Maki local. Then default domain. So dito pinutin natin settings. So sa default domain, nandito na yung mga iba't ibang policy na account policy, password, Kerberos. Then right click natin default domain, then edit. Wait lang natin. Muna tayo sa policies. Click lang natin, then sa window settings. So una natin sa security settings. Yan. Dito naman mag-edit tayo sa password policy. May mga enforce password, then minimum. Pero unahin mo natin yung enforce. So pwede nyo naman gayaan yung ilalagay ko dito. Then sa maximum. Lagay na lang natin 50 days. Yan, okay na yan. So minimum password naman, pwede natin ilagay natin mga 14 na lang nalagay natin. Ilang palitan natin, mga 10 lang para hindi masyadong mahaba. 10, good na yan. Then dito naman enable lang natin. Then disable. Okay. Ayan, nasa account lockout policy naman tayo. So una sa duration. So dito kahit hindi na natin lagyan, siguro okay na yan, kahit 0. Sa lockout threshold properties, so 1 na lang. Dito naman na lang 35. Okay na yan, 35 minutes. So dito naman gagawa tayo ng policy para sa computer, para hindi siya basta-basta pwedeng gamitin ng iba, kundi yung may-ari lang. So dito sa headquarters, right click, then create a GPO. Then lagay lang natin yung name na screen timeout. Meron na pala tayong existing na name na may screen timeout. So palitan na lang natin. Screen time, okay na yan. Then, meron na tayong GPO. Edit naman natin yung ginawa natin na policy. So, right-click then edit. So, dito naman mag-set up naman tayo ng inactive lock. So, kung matagal na hindi naka-open o inactive yung computer, laptop, mag-automatic siya na mag-lock. So, napunta tayo sa policies, Windows settings, then security settings, tapos punta tayo sa local policies, then security options. So, ang hinahanap natin na policy yung interactive logon. Nasa interactive logon. Click natin itong machine inactivity. Define the policy setting. Then, lagay lang natin 400. Then, okay. So, makikita natin naka-apply na siya ng 400 seconds. So, dito pala dapat sa screen time, then settings. Close lang natin to. Okay. So, makikita natin yung policy na nilagay natin, nakaset na siya ng 400 seconds. So, kung hindi naka-active yung o inactive yung computer ng mga 6 to 7 minutes, mag-automatic na lock na siya. So, exit na natin para mapunta sa scope. Then, security filtering naman tayo. Dito naman set lang tayo ng kung kanino lang natin i-apply yung policy na nilagay natin. Remove lang natin to. Remove lang muna natin. Tapos lagay tayo ng iba. Lagyan lang natin accounting. Yan, okay. I-exit natin. Punta naman tayo ulit sa server manager. So dito, click lang natin yung manage, then add roles and futures. Yan, punta tayo sa server roles. Then, click natin yung print and document. Add futures. Then, next. Then, install na natin. So, after ng installation, close lang natin. Then, scroll down natin. Dito makikita natin yung install natin na yan, print services. Dito mo sa print manager makikita natin yung mga in-install natin. Sa print server naman, select natin yung printers, then add printers. So mag-isa na lang tayo sa IP address natin. Then next, install a new driver. After, lalagyan natin natin, printer name natin, then yung location, lagyan lang natin headquarter, and then next lang ulit natin. Yan, finish. Makikita natin yung printer natin na ready na siya. Ililist naman natin siya sa directory. Right click lang, then select list in directory. Kung gusto ng user na install siya, search na lang devices and printers. So ito, Then select natin to. Then click natin yung add a printer. If hindi natin siya mahanap, pwede lang natin select yung find a printer. Then next. So ayun na, nakalist siya. So after nito, so medyo mahirap yung pagde-deploy ng deploy with a group policy. Right click then deploy with a group policy. Click browse, then select headquarters. Click create, then lagay natin name, printer, then okay. Click natin dito yung sa per user. Then add natin. So ito dito makita natin yung printer. Okay. So titignan naman natin kung naka-deploy na siya. Exit lang natin, balik tayo sa server manager, then tools, group policy management, then select natin printer. Then punta tayo sa settings, close lang natin din. Ayan, makikita natin dito yung printer connection. So kapag yung user nag-login tapos kasali sila sa headquarters, automatic na kasali sila sa printer connection.
So the next tool that we're going to explore next is the tool called the File and Storage Services. So the File and Storage Services is a tool that allows us to share files or data in the network. So other users within that network can access them or access the data that we share. So as you see, the File and Storage Services is now already downloaded. So if you're going to the tool, wala kang makikita na file and storage services. So what we just need to do is we need to directly click the downloaded file, and as you see in the left side of the screen, there is a folder disk kung saan natin lalagay yung folder na create natin. Because the goal right now is to create tayo ng folder within that storage, inside that storage. Next, lang natin. And IT or information tech. We just need to copy this because we need this later on. There is some other restriction that will be shown here, but for now we will choose default and create. And now completed. Now we need to check the folder that we had been created. Punta lang tayo dito. Is PC. And search. Tada. Done.